In this video tutorial for making a stocking hat, I am going to be using the half double crochet stitch. Now, if you're not familiar with the half double crochet, I will explain how to make that stitch. It's just like making a double crochet. You yarn over, put your hook through the loop, pull through, and instead of pulling through one and then the last two, you're just going to yarn over and pull through all three. One more time, you're going to yarn over, put your hook through the loop, yarn over, and then you're going to yarn over again and pull through all three loops. Now it kind of makes a stitch, it's a size in between a single crochet and a double crochet. I like to use this stitch when making stocking hats because it makes a tighter weave, so therefore it makes the hat a little bit warmer. You can also do single crochet or you can do double crochet, whatever stitch you're more comfortable with, but I will show you how to get a hat that will fit any size that you are wanting to make hats for. It's all the same basic principle. All you need is obviously your crochet hook, some 4-ply worsted weight yarn, a tape measure, a pair of scissors, and a tapestry needle for weaving in your ends. So, oh, and one other thing, I have this handy dandy little hat sizing chart that I got from the Sheepishly Sharing YouTube channel. I will put that link in the description box below to where I got this from, so you can go get one also. And it lists the different sizes and what size the hat is, how tall the hat is, and how big around you need your flat circle for the crown of the hat. For video purposes, I'm going to be making a 0 to 6 month size, but with what I'm going to show you, you can make any size hat listed on this chart just by following the same basic principles. So I'm going to need a flat circle diameter of 4 inches. First thing you're going to do is to create a slip knot. Put your hook through, and we're going to chain 2. Now in the first, this first stitch here, we're going to do 6 half double crochets. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to pull this so that makes that tight. And we're going to join in the top 2 loops of our first stitch. Just do a slip stitch like that. I'm going to chain 1, and in this row, this is our second row, we're going to put 2 half double crochets in each stitch, which will give us a total of 12. This first stitch can be sometimes tricky just because it's your first stitch and it's where you join. And even I have trouble with it after all these hats that I've made. Alright, there's our first 2. Now, each stitch around, you're going to do 2. Now this is kind of my rough draft pattern. We've already completed row 1. We are ready for row 2. the way I have this written out for me to understand is row 1 is just 1 half double crochet all the way around with a total of 6. Row 2, we're going to do 2 half double crochets, so 2 in each of our 6, which would make 12. So we're going to chain 1. Now this chain 1 does not count as a stitch, it just gets us up to the level so we can start our half double crochets. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. Continue on that around, and I will meet you over here at the last stitch. Alright, one more thing. It appears that we do have one more stitch right here, but this is actually not a stitch that we need to use. It is called a false stitch. It's where we actually did our join. So if you've got one loop left, you probably have your 12 stitches. You can always count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's join in the top of that first half double crochet, just like that. Now for row 3, we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next. So let's chain 1. In that same stitch we joined in, let's put 1 half double crochet. You're going to do 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. One half double crochet in the next stitch. 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and you're going to repeat that pattern around 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So finish that up and I will meet you over here at our last stitch. Alright, I am here at my last stitch. I have 2 half double crochets. Obviously skip that because it's not a real stitch. We're going to join in the top of the first half double crochet, the slip stitch. Now we are ready for row 4, and row 4 is going to be 1, 1, 2. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So I'm going to chain 1, put a half double crochet in that stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet. Oh, what am I doing? 1, 1, 2. I get confused on this. Okay, 1, 1, 2. There's the second stitch of our increase, so that's where that goes. So 1, 1, 2. Alright, let's try it again. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1. This is going to be 2. And one more time, since I kind of confused everybody probably here. 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 2 half double crochet. Alright, now you're going to repeat that around, and I will meet you back over here in our last stitch, which will have 2 half double crochet. Okay, I am here at the end of my row 4. I'm going to join in the top of that first half double crochet, the slip stitch. Now for row 5, our repeat is 1, 1, 1, 2. So we're going to do 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets. So chain 1 to get started. In that same loop, you're going to do 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet in your next loop, 1 half double crochet, and in that third one, which is the stitch for your increase in the last row, you're going to do 2 half double crochets. And repeat that. We're going to do 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets. All right, now repeat that around 1, 1, 2, or 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, and I will meet you back here at the other side. All right, I have finished this row. I have done my 2 half double crochets. I'm ready to join into the top of my first stitch and go on to the next row, but I think I'm going to measure how big my circle is. Now if you remember, for video purposes, I'm doing the 0 to 6 month size hat, which means my flat circle diameter needs to be 4 inches. So let's measure this hat and see where I am at. Shows that I am just right about 3 inches. So probably one more row is what I'm going to need, because if I were to measure my rows, see, my rows are right about a ½ inch. So one more row all the way around, and I should be pretty close to my 4-inch flat circle diameter. So let's join in the top of that first half double crochet. So for row 6 for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm ready for row 6. The repeat is going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. So that'd be 4 half double crochets and then 2 half double crochets. One, 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 okay, sorry for that slight interruption in mid-stitch. So this would be 1. I believe that would be 4. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. I got a tangled mess here. I pulled a bunch of yarn out and now it's all tangled up. Let me untangle it real quick. Alright, now, so I said 4 and 2. So 4, because I did the 2, we'll do 4 half double crochets. And then 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. Okay, now repeat that pattern around 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 till you get back around to your other side, and I will meet you there. Okay, I have finished my row 6, and let's measure again. This should be right about 4 inches. That is pretty close, because with your next row it's going to add a little bit more to the top as it starts to curve down. Now if you were making a bigger size hat for like a child size or an adult size, you would just continue on with that same pattern, as you can see, it shows you on this last column what your flat circle diameter should be for each size. And excuse my scribbling on scrap paper, but this is my row 1, 2, 3 through 6. I start out with 6 stitches, and then you double it, and then you add 6 more each row. And this is 1, 1, 1, 1. Those are my half double crochets, and then 2 in the next stitch, and that is your repeat. For row 7, you would have 5 singles, and then 2 in your next stitch. If you had to go to row 8, you would have 6 and then 2. You just keep repeating this, adding 1 more single to your row until you get the diameter of circle that you would like to have. And using a different size hook or different types of yarn, or if you're a loose crocheter or a tight crocheter, you may get different results than what I've got. I know I didn't mention it earlier. I will put it in at the beginning, but I'm using a size H hook. Sometimes I use an H, sometimes I use an I. It just depends on my mood and what I'm doing. So now that I've reached my 4 inches for my flat circle diameter, all we're going to do is half double crochet, 1 half double crochet in each stitch around until when you fold it in half, measure from here down, shows you your hat height. I need between 4.5 and 5 inches. Now we know this is a 4-inch circle, but because we folded it in half, we have approximately 2 inches. You know, just right at 2 inches. So that means I'm going to need to continue on until my hat is at least, scoot it up here so you can see my measuring, till at least 4 inches tall. So let's get started on that row. I'm going to chain one half double crochet in that stitch that you just chain 1 from, and then just 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. Just 1 half double crochet like that. So go ahead and finish that up, and I will meet you back where I am almost at 4 inches for my hat height. Okay, I have completed 7 rows, and remember I am going for a hat height of 4.5 to 5 inches. I think I'm pretty close here. I think I got about 1 more row to go. So if you can see that, I'm right about 4.5. I think I will do 1 more row because it's not quite, well, if you move it off that stitch there, it's right about 4 1/4. So I think I'll do 1 more row, which will put it probably between 4.5 and 5. I will catch back up with you after I get the next row completed. Alright, I have finished a total of 8 rows after our first original 6. 8 rows of just half double crochet all the way around. Now, it's a little big to fit all on the camera there. Almost. But anyway, I now have 4.5 inches. Just right at 4.5. So I have a newborn size stocking hat. So you can go off and finish off and clip your ends, just one end. Weave this end, and then make sure that you weave the end in the inside. And there you have it, a stocking hat. And you can, like I said, you can make any size stocking hat by using this hat sizing chart. I will put the link to this in the description box below. You can use single crochet, half double crochet, or double crochet, whatever you choose. I prefer to use an H hook. You can also use an I hook, whatever. And just make sure and use your tape measure and measure your flat circle diameter. Once you get that, then you can go for your hat height. And also, don't forget my formula here. Excuse my scrap paper. But your first row, you're going to do 1 of I'm just going to say half double crochet because that's what we did. 1 half double crochet for 6 stitches, so you have 6 half double crochets. Join together, you're going to do 2 in each stitch. In each row you're increasing by 6 stitches. If your hat needs to be bigger round for your flat circle diameter, you just continue on and adding 1 more single before you do your double for your increase. That's it. I hope you enjoy my tutorial. If you have any questions or problems with it, feel free to contact me, and enjoy making hats.